Hey, how's it going today? It's Frankie here. And wow, that was a really difficult win right there for us. We made hard work of that. I did say as well, with teams like this, we're not going to win convincingly. I did say it was going to be similar to the Fulham game. Maybe slightly different. I thought we might go a goal up. I thought it'd been the other way around, and we probably would have gotten a second in the, second half maybe. Or probably got 12 out of time, but I knew it was going to be how the game was going to pan out. Very frustrating. There was no doubt we were going to score. It was just when we were scoring, if. Palace did take the lead, obviously. Obviously, I mean, some of you might not know that, but yeah, a lot of football fans would know that. But yeah, they did take the lead within 4 minutes. It was a great header. I don't often compliment opposition, with some of their goals against us like that. I might have done before, I think, didn't I? I might have done. But yeah, and I was just thinking that could have been prevented. That was poor defending, because giving him, never seen a player given that much time on a header. You don't see it, and it goes in, and we're one down. And I'm seeing a lot of United fans moaning and complaining that, we need to up the intensity. This is crap. This is terrible. Yeah, but we're just one down. Ever since Ferguson retired, it's almost like we're not allowed to go down anymore without the fans complaining. I thought we were always going to come back into that match and win it. There's no danger we were going to concede a second, but after Palace scored, don't think they'd done anything else in the game apart from have an odd moment. They didn't do anything. It was just us, just dominating the game throughout. I wasn't just proper domination. I just felt we created more opportunities. We had more possession. We obviously went forward more. We were more patient, and we had to be. And what I liked about us is that we didn't know we were going to concede a second. We didn't panic. There were poor passes in that first half. Probably one of the most frustrating halves. But I was more sitting back, saying, okay, it's only a matter of time until United do score. First half, we deserved to score somewhere. I think we had a shot from somebody. I think Sesko was alright today. He had a header, I think, which I think got cleared. He also had a header which was a tame. I think there was a shot that was a tame shot to Henderson. We also had shots where it got blocked, and there was shots that went wide. It didn't feel like it's proper domination, but it just felt like we should have had more. And second half comes in again, should have scored. Palace had some blocks coming in. I'm telling you, they were well with the blocks, getting good blocks. And then we have a penalty. I looked in, I was just it looked like it's in the box. But when the replay came up, I thought he touched him on the line. But it actually looked like he probably did it outside. But I don't think he initially put his full hand on him until it was on the line. So I think the referee was hesitant. So I don't blame him for giving it. I don't want to hear anybody saying, Cunha cheated. That was a foul. I could see it. He was struggling to try and go forward a bit more. And yeah, he definitely got fouled, and it was a red card, which I thought, okay, definite red card. Should have been a red card instantly. It was just whether it's going to be a penalty or free kick. Fernandes, brilliant. I mean, when you need him, he delivers. And I'm a bit iffy on him at penalties. He's missed 2, I think, this season. So it's a bit half-half of him, but he managed to dispatch the penalty off perfectly. And then we go on, and then Sesko gets the winning goal. Good header, great header. And obviously, I want to just clarify something as well. We should have probably had a penalty before we had that initial one, and that one looked more blatant when the Palace player touched with his hand. Maybe it wasn't clear enough, but I usually them giving it a lot. And we also had a moment, which is a good save from Henderson by Cunha. Mainu comes in, shots. There were some tame shots. And then again, Palace trying to get blocks. And they were kind of in it a little bit. If it wasn't for our messing about, we would have probably won the game 3-4-1. They also had a moment where with 10 men, they didn't really do anything, where they had a tame shot. Lamin saved it comfortably. And there's another one where it went wide. They didn't really like doing anything else. I can really see why Palace are struggling this season. Excuse me. From the start, where they were, I thought, they're going to have a good season. But now all of a sudden, they had a massive drop off, and I think a lot of Palace fans can see that. And I could definitely see they didn't. The Palace team from last season and for the last 3 years would have went on and actually tried to get a second. So I'm really quite surprised by their performance. Why they went 1-up early on, didn't bother trying to get a second, and they just tried and defended it. This is a different United team, man. I mean, this ain't United team that's going to sit back and just want to concede another. This is a United team that's going to score, and we needed that one moment somewhere to score, and it did, and it inspired us to actually come back and win the game. I gotta say, that Henderson for them though, the save he made towards them was just brilliant. I mean, he kept him in it. He made a good save. He made that good tame saves as well, which should have really resulted in the goal. Palace had some blocks, and they hung on a little bit. They were lucky. If our finishing wasn't so bad, it could have been. We could have scored at least another goal or two. I feel would have been better. They would have been less panicky. I always keep having flashbacks from Everton. If that Everton that whole match didn't really happen the way it did, I wouldn't be panicking like that. But it's always PTSD from that. So, but then we just managed to ride out. Maguire, I thought, was good today. He had some good passes coming in. Diallo came in. Xerxes came and showed some pace. Casemiro, didn't see much of him. You had Shaw, I think, was he injured or something? I can't quite remember. I tell you, the person that disappointed me the most was Mbumo. Him, for me, disappointed me. Despite him being our top goal scorer, he should really be doing more on the pitch. But that also could be a good thing, because we need Sesko to score more as well. So, and he has been. So at least we're not relying on one player to get the goals for us, which is a good sign. Cunha's going past plays as well, showing some pace. And Sesko, I said as well, playing from the start, and he was unlucky not to get a goal in that first half. He was unlucky not to score. So, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Berbatov, where he just pops up and gets a random goal, even though he's not a great player. He's a good player somewhere, and his facial expression as well. He could have been a bit more happier coming off as a substitute. But yeah, he was a bit like, could have been a bit more happier. Yeah, he kind of does remind me of Berbatov. I don't know if any of you see the resemblance right there, but we did look fairly, apart from going 1-0 down, we did look kind of comfortable to hold on to the lead. We didn't panic. Like the United team from the last 3 years would have really conceded, like instantly after that. So we did quite well there. And again, we have the mentality of we don't know when we're beating. We actually do score. That's like a 50-something goal, I think, this season, or is it like 60? I don't know. But we do score goals. No, I don't think many United fans can see it, but I've been seeing it. We do have goals. And the mentality to not lose is good. That's a good sign to have. That means we're not going to lose games. I didn't see us losing today. We are far from like the losing team. I just thought, is it going to be a draw United win? And I was close. I did say it was gonna. I was close. I did think we were gonna win by 1 goal. So I was kind of on the right spot, right on the right path of what I was saying. But yeah, we do need to, rack up the tempo a bit. Break these teams down. We don't do that often against these type of teams. If we figure out how to do that against these type of teams, we'll be in a good position. I'm telling you. There's a lot of promise and hope for this United team with the players that we have. I don't think, apart from Mbumo, not every player's put a foot wrong. Lamins, I thought ever since he came into it, I don't think he's had much to do since Carrick came in. I know we conceded goals, but he hasn't had much to do, which is quite a comfort. Because I think when Onana was in goal, I don't think our players kind of liked him. And that's because he kept conceding goals. It's like, what's the point of us helping him if he's not going to help us? So you know what? I got happy with the win. I would have been even more happier if we would have gotten a third. Because I do think this United team do have a bit of like cockiness about them, where they think they're winning by 2 or 3 goals when they're not. And that's a bit of a concern. So I think Carrick should change that. Other than that, there's not much wrong that he's doing. All Carrick's team needs to do, all we need to do, is possibly tying up the defence. We are good. And I don't want to hear no talk about a title. We're a long way away from Arsenal. Like, he was 15 points when behind Arsenal when he took over. That's going to be way too much. If we end up winning this league, it'll be the greatest comeback in Premier League history. I'm telling you that right now. That does happen. I could not see it. And if you do it, it'll be the strangest, craziest, wackiest league ever. And it's like I was on chat with my dad, and I don't want to bring him in this, but you know what? I'm going to bring it. It's like, oh, we're back to this rubbish again from 1-0 down. As if Ferguson's teams never had situations where we're 1-0 down, they were playing awful. But the only reason why his team got away with criticism is because his team were capable of winning things. That's why. But that team is better, so they should have deserved more criticism for losing, if that makes any sort of sense. This team, really, they're not the best team. You shouldn't really, it's not really, like, they're going to struggle. It's expected for them to struggle. The old United team wouldn't be struggling. There's a difference. And for them to have struggles now is really quite unfair to criticise them. But that's understandable for them to have struggles now. So I don't want to hear it, right? We won the game. Let's take as many wins as we can. I've seen Arsenal scrape wins. I've seen any other team scrape wins. And even mentioned Liverpool beat West Ham 5-2. A lot of United fans are probably thinking that. So what? Right? Liverpool are meant to do that because they've been doing it for a few years, right? There are players that are expected to do that. We don't. So give credit to where credit's due. Yeah, we made hard work of it. Yeah, we should have won by 2-3 goals. But it's all about winning these type of matches. I don't want to do it all the time. Don't get me wrong. I would like to say a game we cruise it. But you can't really cruise every game. And I'm really happy with that result. And we're third. Not that I care much, but maybe, we definitely have a European spot. I have no doubt now that we're going to claim a European spot. It's which one it is. And yeah, maybe I suppose that would result to a satisfactory season, but still, getting knocked out the cups, I kind of want to win, but then I'm also fed up of getting to cup fun, so I want to kind of play well in the league. So this is a good thing, and yeah, well, what else can I say? Not really much else to report. I think I discussed everything. Yeah, let me know what you think about the match. I also forgot to mention it was a good Fernandes free kick, which in the first half, which was unlucky enough not to go in. But yeah, I don't want to miss out any important information. So if I do end up getting out some important parts in the match late, then yeah, that's on me. I do apologise for that, because I don't want to leave any good parts out. So yeah, I got to watch the Arsenal-Chelsea match coming up soon, and yeah, it's a good time for me to make a video now. So yeah, let me know if I missed out anything important. And I did also watch the match when Palace scored, so I don't know what happened a few minutes prior, probably nothing. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification below. So see you in my next video.